Hey there, welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to show you how to set up an automation using make.com, which will automatically scrape YouTube channels of popular creators using a tool called Apify, and then iterate over them, put them into an Airtable, and then generate ideas similar to those topics and add them to an Airtable. And it can also post faceless videos on those topics as well. This part I've actually unlinked for now because it's not quite working correctly. But I have other videos on my YouTube channel showing how to automatically post faceless videos to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well, if you want to check those out. But with that being said, let's get started. So first of all, if you don't already have an account on make.com, there's a link in the description below. You can sign up. It's an affiliate link and it's completely free to get started. So go ahead, check that out, create your free account. And then from there, we can start building this out. So first of all, I've got a tool set up right here, which is essentially providing the different YouTube channels that I want to scrape. So I've got this one, channel 1, and I'm using Patty Doyle as an example. Channel 2, Kais1, he's also in my niche. And then last one is Adam Parker. So those are the YouTube channels that I want to scrape ideas from. And then from there, we can set up an Apify actor. So I'm going to open up Apify real quick. I've got it over here. So essentially on Apify, they provide tools to scrape websites. And one of those is YouTube. So if you want to come up to Apify Store, you can simply search for YouTube here, and it will pull up the list of options. So you've got YouTube Scraper. This one has about 19,000 reviews, and it only costs like $5 per 1,000 videos that you're scraping. So quite affordable. Over here in make.com, we can set up the actor. So as you can see, once you've connected up Apify using your API key, you just click on add, and then you can add the API token right here. Once that's done, you can select the actor. And in order to do that, you need to come over to actors, I believe, and add it to your saved list here. And then you save it right here. So once you've saved it, it will appear in your list over here. And then you can also add it into make.com. So I've just selected the fast YouTube channel scraper right here. And as I mentioned earlier, you will need to input this JSON, which you get from Apify. So if I come back to my actor here, I can click on JSON, and then you're just going to copy and paste this into the input JSON right here. And then obviously you will have to add the channels from the previous step. So you simply click and drag from the tools, and then you can add those channels into the list. These are the URLs that we want to scrape using the Apify actor, fast YouTube channel scraper. So once that's done, that's pretty much all you have to do for this step. You can click save. And then next step, we're going to add another node, and that one is the get dataset items. So you're just going to add another node. I'll show you how to do it real quick. So if you click here, you can come to Apify and then click and search for get dataset items, and it will add the node, as you can see right here. So it's just connected up. In this case, I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to drag this one back so it's connected. And here we simply input the dataset ID from the previous step running the actor. So if you just search for a dataset here, you'll see your default dataset ID. You just drag that into the dataset ID field. And that's really easy. And then you just select format JSON. You can set however many results you want to return here. I just chose 100. That should be good for now. And that's it. So you click on save, and that will get the data sets from the previous step after it's already scraped these YouTube channels, right? And then from there, we have to pass it into another module. This is the array aggregator. And we're basically just creating an array out of these data set items that we have. So that's really pretty simple. All you do is you select the source module, which in this case is get data set items. And then you'll want to pass in your URL, date, title, and duration, view count, and channel name. Those are the fields that I'm interested in. And that will create an array out of those items. And then in the next step, we simply iterate over each data set item in the array. So that's what we're doing here. We're just passing in the array, and you can see kind of what it looks like right here. It's got the date, title, duration, view count, channel name, and also the URL. So that's it. So now we're iterating over that array, and then the next step is we need to create our Airtable. So you're going to want to come over to airtable.com, and you just come on down here and click create and start from scratch. That'll create a new table for you. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And then we just have to edit the fields right here. So I'm going to delete that one as just a test, and come over to my YouTube scraper. And you can see up here, I've got the different fields created already. Creator name, that's just a single line text. You've also got video title, which is the title of the video, obviously. And then that's going to be long text. And then the source, which is YouTube in this case. You can add as many as you want here. I've just got these ones preloaded. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as examples, but I'm really only going to be focusing on YouTube for now, and that's a single select field. And then we've also got the video link, which is a button. I've got the URL here as well, as you can see, and that's just a URL field. And then I've also got duration, which is a single line text, and views, which is also single line text. And once you've got the button set up correctly, you can just basically hide the URL field, because we don't really need to see it. We can just click on the button and automatically go to the YouTube video. And then from there, we are simply creating the record in Airtable and passing in the associated fields from the iterator here. So it's iterating over each item in the array, and then we're just passing in the respective fields into the Airtable. And again, all you have to do to create a new Airtable is just come over here and use Airtable token or key, enter in your API key, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And then you can get access to all of your tables here, as you can see. And then the next step is Tools Text Aggregator. So this is basically just taking the title and the view count from the previous step and passing it into a text aggregator, which we're going to use in the next step. So that's the title and then views and the view count. Next, I would say probably the most important step, other than the scraping, is generating the ideas. So I've got an assistant set up in ChatGPT. And in order to create one of those, you're just going to come over to platform.openai.com. We can come over to platform.openai.com. And then you're going to want to go to your dashboard in the upper right and click on Assistants. And this is where you create your custom assistants. So I've got one set up. It's called the YouTube Idea Generator. This is the script right here. It basically says, act as a YouTube strategist. I want you to analyze successful videos from top creators in the travel niche. Based on their most viewed videos, especially those with high views relative to the average, generate 10 original YouTube video ideas that have a strong chance of going viral or performing well. So that's just set up as a custom assistant in ChatGPT. And once you've created your assistant, you can come back over here and create another module to message an assistant, as you can see here. So I've basically just created a module for ChatGPT right here. And you're going to come down to message an assistant and create another module right here. So I'm using the custom assistant right here that I've already set up called the YouTube Idea Generator. And here's the prompt. So it's taking the text from the text aggregator that I've set over here in the previous step. That's the text from there. And I've just dragged it into the prompt. So in order to do that, you just click here and then you can drag in the text from the previous step. And it just says, also create a brief summary describing what the idea for the video is and the steps necessary to achieve the result. Output the data in JSON format with each idea and its summary as separate items in a collection. Do not include these notations. Do not create an array. Your first character must be like this. So this is, you just have to set this up verbatim exactly as I have done here. And next one is going to be parsing the JSON. So this is very simple. You just click and drag the result right here. and that creates a JSON. And then last step is we put it into another Airtable. So for the next Airtable, I've created one called ideas here. And in order to do that, you simply click here and then click add a table. You can add another table. So here's where the ideas are being stored for videos that you may want to create on your own YouTube channel. So I've got idea, which is a single line text. I've got the description, which is long text, video URL, which is obviously just a URL, and then the source as well. So YouTube in this case. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And then obviously, as I mentioned earlier, there's another step where you can create scripts and use JSON to video to create AI faceless videos, which I've already made videos about on my channel. It will automatically post to YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want. But in this particular case, I've just disconnected this. And by the way, if you want the entire template, it's also in the description below on my Gumroad page, and it's completely free, or pay whatever you want. So you're welcome to grab the template for yourself and just play around with it. Now we're going to actually run it. So I'm just going to click on run here. And as you can see, it's scraping the channels right here using Apify. It sometimes takes a couple seconds, and it's already done. And then it's gotten the data set items, put them into an array, created the records, aggregated the text, and now it's generating the ideas using ChatGPT. And it's just going to parse that JSON and put it into its own table. So if we come over here, you can see these are the topics from content creators, and now it's going to add all of the ideas into this table right here once it's finished creating them using ChatGPT. So now here they are, adding into the table. So these are all topic ideas that are proven to be successful from other content creators. And now the reason I have the video URL here is actually to create the AI faceless videos that you can then post on your own social media channels. But in this case, I'm not doing that. But anyway, you can see here, these are other popular ideas that you may want to create videos about. We've got Thailand's Hidden Islands, A Secret Adventure, Japan Train Pass, the Great Thai Street Food Challenge, which I may actually create something on when I go to Bangkok next month, Behind the Tourist Lens, Expat Secrets, Thriving in Thailand for the first year. And yeah, so that's essentially how the entire thing works from start to finish. Hopefully you found this video valuable, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And again, feel free to grab the entire make.com template, which is available for free. Link in the description below. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Signing off. Peace from Thailand. See you in the next one.